Hi, Watson Gunn here, real estate broker with EXP. I want to reach out to you and just invite you to join my real estate leader forum. I set this up a number of years ago. I didn't really do a whole lot. I felt like this is more important than ever before that we get connected. We can get together as industry leader and do something to help each other to propel, to go through this very, very difficult season called coronavirus pandemic. Well, if you are in real estate, I don't need to tell you you are a leader. I don't care all you have is a diploma. I don't care all you have is just a fifth grade education. If you have a client, a doctor as a client, or maybe as a mayor as your client buying or selling a home for them, you are a leader and you are definitely his or her leader. They are depending on you for important decision, for the perhaps one of the most consequential decision in the purchase of their life or the sales of their life. So you are a leader. Don't let anybody underestimate you. Well, during this corona pandemic, it's more important that you take care of yourself. I hope you and your family are doing well. Please stay healthy and be careful, be safe out there, practice all the normal things. But we as realtor, we as real estate practitioner, we got to do a lot more. You got to not only to protect your own, you got to take care of more people, show that you care. I don't have to ask you how you and your family are doing. I definitely don't have to ask you about your business. I know it sucks right now, isn't it? It is scary. We have no idea what's going to happen next. I feel like we are like together. We were swimming in deep water. We were having a great time. We have so much fun. Hundreds of feet out of in the ocean or in the lakes, wherever you can see in your scenario. Suddenly, a big thick fog just roll right in and cover us. We cannot see too much beyond an arm's length. We don't know where to swim. We don't know to go this direction or that direction or that direction or the other direction. We don't know where it goes farther from land or we're paddling closer to land. We are just freaking out. Nobody really knows where, and nobody can really give us the right direction. You know what? This is kind of like where we are today. I got up and this morning I picked up this newspaper, and this is something I need to show to you. It said jobless rate hit 10 million. Now, to put in perspective, 10 million. This is what happened. If you see here, the highest ever recorded was 566. And I'm sorry, 665. That was back in, they call it the Great Recession, also known as the subprime crisis. If you go all the way, job rates are going down and down and down until 2 weeks ago. And within 2 weeks, spiked to 10 million. And we are just at the beginning of this. We have no idea how long this is going to last. Now, to make it even more concerning, or should I say more scary, stock market volatility was as bad today as it was in 2008. And actual consumer debt is even higher now than what happened in 2008. And we are just barely at the beginning. What's going to hit hard we heard about the airline, the cruise line. They are going to have a really, really hard time recover. A lot of them are going to go bankrupt. Hotels and restaurants. They are very, very hard hit. Remember when before the subprime crisis in 2008, if you were to be living in LA, you go to any nice restaurant, a decent restaurant, you're expected to wait, half hour? Very common. 45 minutes even. Some are an hour wait. Some maybe even up to 2 hour wait. Nobody complained about that. But after the subprime, a restaurant normally you don't have to wait more than 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You get seated. The business just never come back. Now the airline, they were saying maybe they will cut the staff by 20 to 25%. The international flight could be reduced by 75%. And Air Canada, for example, they got 70% of their international flight. They're going to be very, very hard hit. Now the thing is, this is called. We hear a lot of words in this economic situation right now. We hear a lot about trickle down. We hear about people hunker down. Trickle down meaning that You don't just have the big shot. Well, this afternoon, my wife and I, we just took a drive. We take a big round from Pasadena, drive down Colorado, and then Glendale and 5 freeway. We felt we were going to go to downtown LA. Along the way, we just pray for the community. We just, we seldom at that kind of time to just spend some time together and put some nice music, worship music on. We just pray for the community, for Pasadena, for LA. We drove to downtown and went to some of the skid road. People were just all over. I saw a man do his number 2 by the roadside while I was waiting in the traffic light. And when he's done with it, he picked up his shirt and he's cleaned himself. What else is he supposed to do? A lot of restaurants are closed. He's probably not even welcome there. Left a mess there for the city and for those poor people who had to clean up. And it's just right in front of a door. Whoever lived behind those doors had to go through those doors, probably step on it. And it just breaks my heart. My friend, Pastor Clayton Gallagher, tomorrow will be going to downtown. He was there today, and we plan on just distributing things to people, to homeless, telling them to be prepared. We pass out things like blanket, things like gloves, and sanitizer, and warning, tell them not to gather together. How are they supposed to do? You should attend 2 or 3 people at least or more. And they're so close by. How can you expect them to be distancing? How can you expect them to be 6 feet? You want the homeless camp to be enlarged? The city, the government have not answered for them. I drove into Staples Center. The whole place felt like 3 o'clock in the morning. Just very few cars. Now, when this thing happening, don't just affect people like LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard or, I don't know, Jeannie Buss or Steve Ballmer. The event staff, we're talking about thousands and thousands of people working at the event staff. Each time when the door opens for a game, there are, 30, 20, I don't know how many people attend the games. Those people are no longer there. On top of that, there are restaurants, there are hundreds and hundreds of restaurants depending on business from these people. People hunker down. People are not spending the money. Like what happened in Las Vegas. We don't know when another game will be played in Staples Center. And my heart goes out to those people who are working in the restaurant, the bar boy, the waiter, the hostess, the parking attendants, those people who are out there doing all kinds of jobs. They probably cram into, most of them probably don't own a house, cram into little apartment. Who knows how many children they have, or maybe a few families stay all together. I've been to those places. It just breaks my heart. I wish I can do more. I don't know what to do other than helping with Hope for Homeless Youth and do my part for the past 20 years. There's a lot more that to be done. So I'm sharing this thing with you to let you know we got to raise our awareness. Now, in 2008, in Las Vegas, I will use an example for Las Vegas. It used to be here in LA. It's very common. Family will go to Vegas for a weekend. They will prepare to spend $1,000, $2,000 per family. All the expensive meal, $500, a show by the hundreds of dollars, easily. But after the recession happened, guess what? The major complaints that people don't come here and spend the kind of money anymore. People cut down. Instead of spending $1,000, they'll spend maybe $200. Some cases, maybe just $100. People will not, those expensive fancy restaurants can't close down. But thanks to the economy picking up over the past 7, 8, 9 years, Las Vegas recovered pretty nicely, but mostly from the convention business. People from all over the country, in fact, all over the world, so they spend again. And Vegas came back, pretty much recovered from it. Now, for 2008, for us real estate, I don't know if some of you have been in business with me back then or before that. Some have gone through 2 or 3 recessions. Good for you. But I know the majority of you are brand new. You have no idea what we go through. It was safe to say back then, 8 or 9 out of 10 people in real estate pretty much lost something big. They either lost their home or they lost their spouse. I'm talking about they lost their wife or their husband, got divorced, or they walk out on them, or they can no longer afford them, or can no longer depend on them. They just move on. And some of them lost their life. I got some real good friend. I remember this gentleman, I just want to mention his name, is Ron, one of the nicest men in doing loan, one of the greatest, caring, best guy. During the time he lost his life, he just barely bought a brand new home. I think it's like $4,000 or $5,000 square feet and couldn't afford it. His wife left, and the kids had to move out after his death. And some of the people in real estate lost their spouse from illness, and there's some committed suicide. I'm saying this to kind of let you know what we've gone through in the past. I hope we don't have to go through that. But what is happening right now, if you listen to the news or watch the news or read the paper, people are going to be twice as bad. Some say it's going to be 5 times. I have heard even 10 times as bad. We don't know we're going to go back to work in 2 weeks. The lockdown's going to go for another month. Some are saying maybe another 2 months. Some say maybe all the way to the end of summer. Some say maybe at the end of the year. We have no idea. If that's going to be the case, we are going to have up against lots and lots of uncertainty. I meet with a group of top real estate agents from all over America. We are kind of like a mastermind group. We listen to different things, encourage, help each other out. And I try to do my best to pass on the information I learned in this real estate leader forum with you. You don't have to spend the money. You don't have to take the time to get to know these people. You hear the important thing, and one guy predicting, industry expert, he's been do a lot of prediction which came true. He said like about 90% of the realtor probably will not make another sale for another year. 90%. Another guy was saying maybe about that many 90% of the realtor probably wouldn't be able to survive in this real estate business anymore. The sad thing with realtor and people who do loan, if you don't do real estate, what else you do? You can't really go to Walmart to work. You can't really apply for a job as a manager. They're probably laying off people. You can't, even if you were to be an engineer before, you're not likely going to get your old job back. Or if you were a doctor, guess what? Maybe you're a doctor, you are in luck. They really need you with all these things happening. Other than that, it's probably going to be very difficult. So I'm going to do my very best to connect with everybody, as many as you as I can, on this real estate leader forum, and I want to pass on good information. I hope you participate, you comment, contribute as best as you can so that our fellow agent can benefit from you. And I have spent a lot of time. One thing is to come up with something that I can help people with. And I just before I go, I want to share this little mailing I have. I work together with my group and some of my coaches, also some mastermind people. This is what I thought. This is very good. You can do the same thing. Now, this is a time not to impress people. Don't try to tell your client you're number one, you're the best, you're going to sell them home, you're going to find them something. Don't do that. Just be humble, be really nice, just show concern. Okay, this is what I wrote. I said, I'm writing to you to let you know that I'm thinking of you. I want to check with you, see how you are doing. Hope you and your loved one, and pray for the very best for you. I know that you and your health and your well-being is as important as before. I'm here for you in any way I can. Please don't hesitate to call me, text me, or email me. But it's a long letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. If you would like, you let me know. I'll be glad to share it with you. And this is a time that you really care. Want to show that you care. You're not going to be too salesy. If you do salesy, people get turned off. People will know somebody who are genuine, who really are there for them, look out for their best interest. Then you can be in a lot better position to win back their trust and to win back their business when things get normal. Well, I guess a lot more to share in the future. Hope you find this valuable. Please share this site with as many people as you know. Like I said, I want this to be a real leader. And I want you to really continue to thrive well in this tough situation. There'll be a lot of agents will be out of the way. And there'll be other companies sneaking, taking a slice of our business. I know that. The company, I'm not going to even mention name. They're going to come in with buyer, with seller, they're going to take away. But if you remain strong, be prepared, and you can continue to do well. I'm going to end with the last quote for you. It says something like this. Just because there's a recession going on, it doesn't mean that we have to participate in it. That's right. Just because there's a recession going on doesn't mean that we have to participate in it. But I do want you to participate in this real estate leader forum. Hopefully by doing that, we can be ahead of everybody else. We can be ahead of the curve. We can survive and thrive in this tough time. Thank you so much for your time. And if I can help in any way, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you. And this is Watson Gunn again with a real estate broker with EXP.